Okay, Ryan here with Accelerate Marketing. And today I've got Corey and Cliff from Fast Forward Search on the call with me. And I'm really excited to interview these guys because a lot of people wonder who these digital marketing people are behind the scenes. So anyway, with that, I'll let you guys introduce yourself individually.
My name is Cliff, and I guess Brian mentioned it. We have a couple of verticals we focus on, like plumbers and pest control, especially bed bug exterminators is our kind of our bread and butter. And we've been doing that since about 2011 or so.
My name's Corey Razoo, and everything kind of started with bed bug specialists. Then it expanded out to pest control guys and plumbers, and it's just gone from there.
That's a really unique niche. And it just goes to show you can get really focused. When you have a bed bug guy call you, you know all the answers to all their questions before they even ask them. How does that conversation go when somebody's calling you up?
We typically know how the conversation's going to go.
Yeah.
And so the conversations are very fascinating because we kind of just have to sit back and listen because everybody has their own way of killing bed bugs. And I had a really good question recently. A client asked me before you got started was like, what's a scenario what you've had that it didn't work out with a client? And the honest truth is 99% of the time, if it doesn't work out is because the person didn't close leads. We've never lost a client as long as they can close leads because we will generate more leads for them than anybody else can generate for bed bugs, and even plumbers, the same thing. And the reality is the guys that don't answer the phone and don't close leads, those are the only guys that we've ever really lost as clients.
Which brings in AI. We started learning more about it. You know, that's kind of how we got in touch with Ryan. It's just the AI connection, AI and LSA.
And let's face it, the only option for these guys to respond is using the LSA app or email. If we get our clients to use an AI agent, then all of a sudden that response rate goes to instant.
Yeah. An AI agent is the best way to respond, at least to the first set of messages through LSA. Well, it's definitely the best way. They're going to return a text within 30 seconds or an email in 30 seconds. I mean, they just can't type it that fast.
Well, we just started doing this probably about 3 months ago. And, Ryan, we've always talked about that 90-day rolling thing for response rate. Well, I think Google may be speeding that up a little bit because we had a client spending maybe $1,000 a month.
Right.
And we got all the AI set up. And the first month after getting the AI set up, we had $4,000 worth of leads.
Wow.
And we were like, whoa, okay.
If you're a local business owner and the only thing that you do is to set up an AI agent for your message leads, I would say that that's probably the best thing that you can do.
I agree. I mean, that's a huge step to get people to understand how significant that step is, but it's a huge step. And
then we added the human piece to it because we all know that you can get spam and message leads aren't necessarily the highest quality leads. We all know that. Like, we're not dummies. That's why we added the human element to it. We have somebody on our team that goes in and checks those. If people don't respond to those or whatever, we do the review and we get a credit for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
a big misunderstanding that a lot of people have is, can you actually dispute calls anymore?
Think about how genius that was for Google, though.
Yeah.
To get rid of the dispute and call it a survey because people hate surveys. Like the psychology behind it is genius from Google's perspective.
It's like they're making such big moves, but so subtly that nobody knows it. It's like, For example, you got the maps and people are like, well, maps are going to be here forever. And I'm like, why is that Google local service ad showing up when you go to more businesses? What's going on with that? Like, that just popped out of nowhere.
Yep.
It's like you look back after 10 years and you're like, holy cow, how did I get here?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, like when Corey and I first started, you had the top 3 ads up here, and then you had the ads on the right side, and then you had the organic in the middle. And we started to figure out like you were better off being in that 4 or 5 position on the right-hand side because you could get a much better cost per lead and still get a ton of traffic. Well, then Google got rid of it.
Yeah. That was a while ago.
And then they got rid of giving you the average position, right? They don't give you the average position in Google Ads anymore. And so all those changes, like you talked about, right? Those subtle changes over time, but it forces you to constantly be having to learn what Google is thinking and also the psychology of people. Because the reality is Google has done nothing but push organic further and further down the page.
Yeah, exactly. What do you guys think about, the same message lead being sold basically 3 additional times?
Yeah. We figured that out a couple months ago. Like we went through it, we were playing with it, and we were like, what the heck is this?
We thought Google would never do that.
You need to be fast.
And this is why AI works. Now we got this immigration attorney, awesome lady. She's basically by herself with a receptionist. So she needs, like your guys, these guys need support. And one of them is answer the phone. If you can give them enough confidence in the AI to where they can start taking that hat off and maybe even make eventually the AI first line.
We have a client that did it, and his revenue went up when he stopped answering the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was especially non-empathetic. The other thing about AI is we taught it to be empathetic, which is a robot is more empathetic than a human.
Or at least it seems to be.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to get a hold of you guys, where do they get a hold of you guys at? Where's the best place?
They can go to fastforwardsearch.com or bestbedbugleads.com, and you can book a meeting from us directly from there.
Yeah, if you guys want to get a hold of me, you can always go to accelerateyourmarketing.com, and you can text my team at 619-304-5155. And if you got questions after this is done, guys, anybody that's watching the replay, definitely post the questions below, and we'll start the next conversation with those questions.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right.
Have a great day, guys.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Bye.